Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Atia here at Booking It with Atia, and I am so excited to be doing this video. This is my announcement video for YONCÉ-A-THON. YONCÉ-A-THON is a month-long Beyoncé-inspired readathon that will be taking place September 1st through September 30th. Yes, Beyonce's birth month. This is actually round 2 of YONCÉ-A-THON. I hosted round 1 earlier in the year on Twitter. It was a lot of fun, but this round we are expanding. We're coming at you on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, blogging, booktube, and I am super excited about this. I have 5 wonderful co-hosts, which I'll get to in a second. The theme for round 2 is Black is King, which, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that is the new visual album film that accompanies Beyonce's album The Lion King: The Gift, which came out in tandem with The Lion King, the live action version, last year. So we are absolutely super excited to be announcing this and drumming up anticipation. When you're seeing this, it will be August 15th, and we will have about 16 days to go until the start of YONCÉ-A-THON. Time to pull together your TBRs and your possibility piles and join us. The way this video is going to work, I'm going to introduce my lovely co-host, and by introduce I mean tell you who they are and all their platforms. Okay, I'm also going to explain how this round of YONCÉ-A-THON is going to work, and I'm going to go through, oh my goodness, and I'm going to go through all the challenges and the bingo board prompts, explain what they are, and also explain the general rules of the readathon. Also, make sure you're following us on Twitter at YONCÉ-A-THON. We'll be doing sprints, polls, just general conversation. It's already been a lot of fun. Each day of the week, a different host will be taking over the Twitter, so it's going to be a lot of fun. The first co-host of YONCÉ-A-THON is Nana at Lit Nana here on YouTube, and of course all of the host platforms and where you can find them will be in the description box below. So we have Nana, you can find her on YouTube and Twitter. We also have Gabby at Gab and Gabs here on YouTube, and you can also find her on Twitter as well. Next up, we have Liv at Liv Loves to Read 1 over on Twitter. We have Brittany at Brittany Barfield here on YouTube. You can also check out her blog, Whimsical Blessings. And we have Intisar at Intisar Speaks, which is her blog. And then, of course, you have me, creator and co-host, Booking It with Atia. Basically how it works, we have 5 main challenges and we have 9 additional bingo board prompts. So in order to be successful at YONCÉ-A-THON, you complete the 5 main challenges. If you want to have ultra success, then you would complete the 5 challenges and go for the extra challenge of getting bingo, which is 3 in a row on the bingo board. If you want to have supreme success, you would do all 5 challenges and all 9 bingo board prompts, which is like incredible. I am going to attempt ultra success. It's my own readathon. I'm going to attempt ultra success. I'm like fairly certain I can do it, but I will try and shoot for supreme success as well, because why not? Who doesn't love a challenge? Okay, now we're going to go into the challenges. I'm going to split this up between the 5 main challenges and also the bingo board prompts. This is not a recommendations video. I do plan on doing a YONCÉ-A-THON recommendations video that will be much larger, and maybe I'll give 3 or 5 recommendations for each of the different challenges if you're having some trouble or need some inspiration creating your TBR. Alright, so we have our first 5 challenges. First challenge is Spirit, which is read a book by a Black author. I mean, that is supremely general, and that's kind of the point. The next prompt is other side, read a Black nonfiction book. This can be an autobiography, a biography, a memoir, or an essay collection. Next up, we have Black Parade, which is read a book with intersectional Black identity. So this could be queer identity, identity dealing with mental health, disabled rep, feminist, neurodivergent Muslim, any identity that, you know, intersects with Blackness or can intersect with Blackness. Next up, we have Mood Forever. Read a book featuring a Black protagonist that doesn't center around trauma. Our fifth challenge is Ja-Are, which I hope that's how you pronounce it. I attempted to look up the pronunciation and Google was just not helping. And for this prompt, or for this challenge, you are to read a book centering Black artistry and or storytelling. Again, these challenges are meant to be pretty general so that you don't have like a super hard time picking books for these challenges. Now we're going to move into the bingo board. Now the bingo board is a little bit more challenging on purpose. Or one of the first prompts we have is Bigger, which is read a book featuring themes of family. Next we have Scar, a Black retelling. This is probably one of my favorite prompts on the entire bingo board. Next up we have Keys to the Kingdom. Read a book featuring royalty. Then we have already read a middle grade or coming of age story. This is another one of my favorite prompts on the board. Next we have Find Your Way Back. Read a book set in an African country. This is a prompt that if you are here in the United States, you might have to do a little bit of research, and that's the point. That is okay. Next up, we have My Power. Read a book by a non-US or non-United States born Black author. Next on the bingo board, we have Nile, a classic African novel. Again, this might take a little bit of research. Next up, we have Brown Skin Girl. Read a book that has a movie or TV adaptation. And if you want to do like an extra challenge on top of that, read the movie or an episode, you know, that coincides with that book. Next up, we have Water. Read a book featuring Black love. Another one of my favorite prompts on the board. If you're thinking like, I don't know what to read for that prompt or challenge, or what would I read? If you think about it for a little bit, books do start to come to mind. It doesn't have to be an obvious choice, or maybe it's not definitely in the synopsis, which is why I will be doing a separate recommendations video and blog post going through each of the challenges and prompts and listing 3 to 5 recommendations. And this recommendations content post article thing will have books that I've both read and not read, but based on reviews and what people have said, these themes might also be prevalent in those books. Now moving on to the rules. So a popular question would be, do rereads count? Of course, rereads are reading. Do audiobooks count? Yes. Do ebooks count? Yes. Do library books count? Duh. I'm the type of person who really loves when a readathon allows you to overlap prompts. So of course the one I created is going to allow you to overlap prompts. If you're someone who wants to just do the 5 main challenges, it is completely possible that you just read 1 or 2 books, and those cover all 5 challenges. Another popular question I imagine would be, can a book that fulfills one of the challenges be used for a bingo board prompt? Absolutely. So an example of that happening, if we take The Hate You Give. The Hate You Give would work for Spirit, read a book by a Black author. It would work for Bigger, featuring themes of family. It would also work for, I would say already, reading a coming of age story, as well as Brown Skin Girl, a movie or TV adaptation. So that's 1 book, and I think I just read like 4 different challenges and prompts. So you can absolutely definitely overlap within the challenges, overlap within the prompts, and really just make it what you want and what you need. The goal is to have fun in honor of Beyoncé, right? And just have fun with a lot of the themes that are present in the album The Gift and also the movie Black is King. Yes, all the challenges deal with Blackness. the theme is Black is King. It's going to deal with blackness. Within blackness, so there's a whole myriad of diversity, intersectionality. So we try to make it so that you're stepping out, you're in your comfort zone a little bit.
Well, maybe if you don't read black books, and I don't really know what to tell you.
You're in your comfort zone a little bit, but you're also stepping out of your comfort zone. Read those books you've been looking at for months. Read the books that just came into your house. Read the books that's now not on hold at the library, and just have fun. That is the main goal. I am absolutely supremely excited for this to be happening, and I was stressed before about September because the school year is approaching and I really don't know what's going to happen when I go back into the classroom, but I am also really much looking forward to heading into September simply because YONCÉ-A-THON is happening, and my co-hosts have been absolutely amazing and helping me put this together. Make sure you check out all of their announcement post videos, content as well. Once again, this readathon is going from September 1st to September 30th. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and check out all of the hosts on their different platforms and follow them as well. Leave a bee or crown emoji in the comment if you have made it this far in the video. Thank you. And let us know if you'll be joining us for YONCÉ-A-THON and which prompt or challenge you are most excited for. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do that and you hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time I release a new video. Check me out on all of my social media, which is in the description box down below, my blog, my Goodreads, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I ain't living for the moment. I see what's mine and I want it. Hungry like a Pac-Man. I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm Naruto with a Hanzo. Got a sharp mind like I'm Einstein. Plus I'm copywriting, so it's all mine. Check it for me, I'm in the sky.